I collect autographs, and I bought your vest from Vampire Killers. It was $300. See?
What are you, some sort of freak autograph hound that won't leave me the f alone? You can't just come to my private residence looking for me. You want my autograph? Get it, pen. Thank you. I got your autograph. Right. There is my autograph.
John Travolta going deep into character. A big fan who turned stalker, going great lengths to grab a movie star's attention. John Travolta joins us live here on Mornings on 2. Welcome to the Bay Area, John.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to have you.
Moose, I'm glad we played that clip because I just wanted your autograph. That line just kind of, it scares me, you know, but the character of Moose, I mean, speaking of character, I mean, he is a little scary, but then you also feel for him a little bit. How would you describe Moose in this film?
I would describe Moose as an honest fan, not a professional fan. He's not collecting things to make money. He's collecting them for him, and he'll probably go to the grave with his memorabilia. And I also describe him as a man-child, and he's to some degree on the spectrum. But the movie star that he loves does not clocking any of that. He just doesn't comprehend that this man is authentic. And the movie star is a good person, but a bad celebrity. And the fan is very, you know, the guy I play, you know, he breaks your heart because he's earnest, but it turns into a direction that is not over the line, but it's nuking the line of privacy. And both sides are guilty of this kind of thing.
You've probably had some experience. You've been with that, people invading your privacy over the years. You've been a big star for many years. Did you find you had to draw on any personal experiences with an overly zealous fan in playing this character?
The experience I was able to pull from was the kind of style in which people ask you to get autographs and to admire you. That's a collection in your mind because it's so much inflow over 45 years of being famous that you can't not remember that thing. So, but the other aspects of the character are far more intriguing to me than just the obvious.
What broke my heart is that society is so cruel to Moose. Yes. Those in his inner circle, those in the outer circle, my heart broke for him, even though he did bad things.
Yes.
It was
because he was a bullied kid, and then he's bullied at work because they don't understand he's on the spectrum and they take advantage of that. So his one dream is that maybe the movie star that he loves will love him back the same way he's capable of loving. And when the movie star starts to bully him, he gets confused, he gets discombobulated. But
yet he goes closer. He doesn't say, oh, okay, you clearly don't want this.
Exactly.
He's like, no, he does want this.
Because he wants to convince the one person that would make a difference in his life and not bully him that he's well-intended and that he's being misunderstood and that he's a fan and he's got a right to be understood and all that kind of thing. So it's an intriguing character, you know. It was fascinating to play him.
I bet.
And I had fun playing him too. It's also funny at points because he does such peculiar things.
How do you, the difference between preparation for a film, say, in the 70s, compared to what you just did with this film? Is it the same? Is there a difference? Nothing changes over the years.
No, because, you know, I came from a theatrical family, so Mom was reading us plays to go to sleep, and we had books around the house, building a character, acting as believing, and all those things where, you know, it was your job to construct and create characters effectively. So that's never changed. It's how well you do it is really.
Were you bouncing lines off someone, or are you just looking in the mirror, bouncing them off yourself?
On this particular thing, Fred Durst, who was from the Limp Bizkit, he directed this film, and he's also a wonderful actor, and he would improvise with me prior to the scene. He'd say, how you doing, Moose? And what did you do today? And did you see any famous people? And then I'd go off into a role of Moose, and then finally he'd say, roll him. You know, he knew I was ready, and boom, we'd off and running.
The world knows you for people and for stories that might be considered light. I will admit to having memorized parts of Grease and Saturday Night Night Fever. So where you are in your career now, do you look back on those earlier films and TV shows as, oh, that was just fun stuff I did as a kid, or are you like, that right there was a big
no.
moment?
Well, I started with an Academy Award nomination, so I felt right off the bat with Saturday Night Fever that I was being taken very seriously. And by the time I got to Pulp Fiction, even more seriously, and all the roles like O.J., where I played Shapiro, and Civil Action, played the lawyer, those are all very significant roles. So I looked at it as a mosaic of work and a myriad of
I love this
characters.
dance scene right here, by the way, in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, thank you.
You and Uma Thurman. What's the backstory behind that? I mean, you just started with a simple twist, and then it turned into this phenomenal scene.
He was doing an homage to a French Godard film, and it included a twist. And I said, well, you know, I grew up in that era. And when I was a little boy, we had other novelty dances like the swim and the hitchhiker and the Batman and our Catwoman. And, you know, perhaps you would like to use those as well.
So that was kind of one of those improvised moments.
Yes, yes. Well, he was filming, and he would call it out. You know, if he was tired of looking at the twist, he'd say, oh, the Batman or the swim. Tarantino, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you ever get tired of stardom? I mean, I have to tell you, there's like half our newsroom up here. Your picture is being taken no matter where you go, what you do. Is it ever too much for you?
No, I'm so used to it, and I've been famous since I was 21, and it's just my life, you know. And even when I was younger, when I was a child, my family being in theater, we were always around famous people.
Right.
My sister was with Ethel Merman and Gypsy, and you know, in summer theater, they always had these big stars that played in shows with them. So I was very comfortable with the idea of fame, even before I was actually famous. So,
But you also have another passion, that's flying,
yes, I do.
right? If you had to choose between the two today, would you prefer to...
Oh, I don't want to ever have
act
to
or
make
fly?
that choice. Acting afforded my luxury of flying, so I can't. I would never want to choose because it's my go-to thing. When I want to get out of my head, I go to flying. It's very extroverting.
You lift up, you get out of town. You're by yourself.
Yeah. Or
Or with
flying
others,
others, you know.
yeah.
But the idea is that it's a special thing, and I really, really love aviation. And yesterday was Aviation Day, and I posted a congratulations to all those who fly, and that was pretty cool.
Well, it's not our
You're on
fault.
Instagram now, right?
Yes,
I saw you
for
on Instagram,
over
huh?
a year now.
Well, how's that going?
I'm loving it because I get to choose when to say something that's interesting to me, and I only choose things that might be interesting to others and myself.
Right.
And I think it's a beautiful luxury to have that communication line to an audience.
Another avenue of storytelling. You know, we get a little dip into your
Absolutely.
life a little bit.
And also because you're not always doing a movie or you're not always performing. I put my son on, he did a little 2 or 5 second movie he directed. I do little skits with the family and we put them on, or so many varied things, but I think mine is unique because I really, it's never pictures of flowers or pictures of
your sandwich.
meals or it's actually things that are part of my life, and I would rather share those than, you know, kind of
It's one of those venues that maybe your character in the movie could have used better to
Yes.
avoid some of the conflicts that are in that film.
That's correct. Absolutely.
All right, The Fanatic in theaters next Friday. John Travolta, a pleasure meeting you.
You too.
Congratulations on the movie.
Thanks so much.
All right, we'll be right back after the break.
That was
I
lovely.
bought
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
I bought
thank
your
you.
vest from Vampire Killers. It was $300. See?
What are you, some sort of freak